he needed to get done at the end there, diving in and getting it accomplished. Wow, I have to say I'm really impressed, extremely impressed.
All right, and I am in the game now. It looks like it will be on destination. Looks like Shade AOV is going to join. I'm not going to ban him immediately since, of course, his team is the sponsor of this tournament. There we go. Now I kicked him. AOV rocks your socks is his message, and I believe we will support this message, given that they are the main sponsor for this tournament.
Consider my socks rocked. Game name, say?
Say 1/1.
Say 1/1?
Yep.
There we go.
All right.
Wasn't letting me in on say 1 for whatever reason. Now I was deciding to. Perhaps because of the replay slot sort of thing, action going on.
That is indeed possible. And the DL is close to finish. Here we go. Game 6 between Ace and Deska. Ace currently up 3-2. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Alright, and in the top position as the teal Zerg, we do have Deska. And in the 6 o'clock position as the green Zerg, we have Ace. Map once again
should be a fun map. Destination. Again, I'm with Sail. It's an absolute honor, actually. Really fun to cast with you, I gotta say. First time casting with Sail. I know he's been picking up the Brood War stuff in the background. Want to give another big shout out to our main sponsor, SYZ Adrenaline, for sponsoring, I think, the bulk of the tournament is what it comes down to.
Indeed, he is the main sponsor.
And let's see if I can find that list again of all the rest of the sponsors so I don't feel bad about. And he's from Team AOV Elegant and Megashira, as well as Ackless.net for website hosting, KOS Templar, Teabagger, who's the owner of BTC Sports and Bet.com.
Tenbagger. Just
10bagger,
yep.
Sorry. Figures. And then Akalai from Team OD, big shout out to OD. On Destination should be perhaps a more macro-oriented map just because of its architecture.
Indeed, and we do see a 9 pool going down for Deska. And a gas first. Is this for a gas trick? No, he's not canceling it. Well, he's not canceling it. Okay, so going for a fast gas. Now, this basically, he wants to get a ton of gas for when his mutas come out. So it's probably going to be a 1-base muta play. And
yeah,
of course,
definitely.
Of course, before the game gets too crazy, Diggity, it is the honor is all mine. I know I've told my stream viewers this a lot. You were one of my childhood heroes. I think I made an analogy to Barney, but that seemed to be a little bit weird.
Wow, I feel so old now. The old grandpa, the Barney equivalent.
Yeah.
In kindergarten, people listen to me cast Brood War.
Well, I think that's probably Klazar will be the grandpa. You're not quite that old. But yes, indeed. One of the original Brood War casters. In any case, both players starting to mine gas now. Ace, of course, got his gas quite a bit faster and then went for that spawning pool. Actually missed exactly when he planted it down. It looks like maybe 10 or 11.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have blanking, calling it Deska instead of Ace. Deska is definitely going to have the earlier spawning pool, later gas, and as a result, maybe later layer. And we'll see how this one-base play plays out, actually. Again, it's going to come down to reaction timing. It doesn't look like we're seeing any economy take currently from Deska, just moving those Zerglings, kind of scanning around that corner, trying to hide them away from the Overlord Scout as it may enter the base. And it looks like that Overlord is just typing. It's almost like it's got a heat sink on them.
Yeah. Heat-seeking Overlord, go! And it looks like this will actually pull those lings back
right there.
Indeed. Oh. So Deska forced to hide them back in his main. Gonna actually hide them here at the bottom, below the ramp. Is he continuing to make lings? He is indeed. He is getting the lair though. His speed is about halfway done. What about for Ace? Ace actually getting a sunken colony. I'm not sure. Oh, because did he make absolutely no lings? Oh my goodness.
Yes, he's actually lingless at this stage.
Wow.
So he's just, I guess he's going to try to do the drone surround on that sunken colony while he gets that spire. Never mind, second macro hatch. So he's playing very similar to game one. Very interesting, and he's going to try to take that air lead, which could pay off, honestly, in this situation. Lings now gathering up for Deska. Wow, this is a very, very interesting build. Actually, sorry, flip it. It was Deska who did this build in the previous game. but with that creep colony behind, he should have a little bit of defense padding. The question is will he be able to execute? Morling's also pulling up and blockading the ramp. He will have the air advantage. He will have that Spire up much sooner, though, than Deska will.
Yep, but Deska moving out with a lot of speedlings. They will be spotted by Ace's Overlord. Interesting to note that Ace completely skipped Ling speed, considering he's only made 4 Lings. Uh-oh! Diggity was doing so well, but it looks like he has been dropped from the game. He is also silent, so perhaps he has also been... No! It looks like we're back. Diggity, are you back?
Recovery. Yes, I am.
Nice.
Okay, the internet gave me a attack. What's really depressing about that is there's like about 10 or 15 seconds where I can hear you, but I know you can't hear me. So I just listened to the story about how I'm dying or whatnot or in the background. Ling's now diving into the base, a block creep colony just to push them back. And wow, nice play. Ace now canceling it to get that drone back, and he has completely stymied that attack. That additional hatchery is somewhat exposed, but it's got plenty of health. Plenty of health to cope against this attack. Second creep colony also now in production. Still no Spire, though, and that's really the advantage having that additional layer. But still, it looks like Ace is defending quite well.
Indeed, but the Spire for Deska has already started. He has to cancel that creep. Ace with some clutch cancels there, waiting till the last second. But 2 drones here for Deska. Is he going to Sunken Rush? Is this a bad rally or something? Is he? It looks like it will be a Sunken Rush. Deska going for it, but that Sunken is quite close. I don't know if he can defend this, but if this Sunken gets up, it's going to be huge. Not to mention that Deska's Spire is already almost halfway done, and Ace's has not even started yet. Ace just trying to hold on and defend against this Ling Sunken attack, throwing down his own Spire just now, and trying to just whittle down these Lings to take out this creep colony in his base.
This is genius play, because essentially without that Spire, this is going to force Ace to continue to produce Zerglings and continue to throw Zerglings against basically his own home territory, where he's a bit outnumbered, essentially, and this is going to allow a larger Mutalisk count for Deska. It looks like Sun Colony getting surrounded, but still the Zerglings getting annihilated, but just due to Micro in that back corner. Brilliant play from Deska.
But it looks like Ace manages to take down both Sunken colonies. I think the top one was a little bit too close to Ace's own Sunkens, but it forced 3 Sunkens out of Ace and a much slower Spire. On the other hand, Ace, who did make a ton of drones in the beginning of the game, still has a decent drone count. I think he might actually still have more drones than Deska, so still ahead on the economy. Deska actually only mining gas with a single drone right now, just cannot afford anything. He's making 2 Mutas and a pair of Scourge, and the Spire for Ace is still about 150 health away from completion. Ace also going for a counterattack with these Lings. But if Deska, I think Deska's Muta is actually going to pop in time to hold this off. So once he defends this, he will have the air superiority.
Oof. I think Deska might have overcommitted here. It looks like some Mulisks now pressing out. I think the Zerglings are easily going to be able to breach this ramp. He pulled 2 more drones off in the middle of that fight to try to go for an additional kind of in-base sack, and I think losing that economy was vital. Zerglings free reign inside the base now. Just going to devastate everything, and there that Spire completely exposed. The drones trying to flee. They're getting isolated in. In the meantime, Mutalisks inside Ace's base, and Ace's base. Spore Colony is going to be up momentarily while he produces some Mutas to defend against this, but
Deska has just lost all except 1 drone. GG and good luck in the tournament. I would also like to note that Ace reached almost 1,000 gas due to his gas first build in that game, but it doesn't even matter. He takes the game with the Zergling counterattack, killing all the drones, has the Spore in the main base to defend, so Ace advances into the finals of the IC Cup Star League, 4-2 over Deska. Congratulations to him. Of course, it's not over just yet. He will have 1 more game to play against the winner of Scan and Hemi, which we will be going into right now.
Woo. Excited.